Welcome back. A recently released book from investigative journalist Nina Teicholz debunks some conventional thinking about dietary fat and is getting a lot of attention in the popular press. Teicholz embarked upon 10 years of research to uncover misconceptions and truths in how Americans think about fat. Published by Simon & Schuster, is The Big Fat Surprise: Why Butter, Meat, and Cheese Belong in a Healthy Diet. I began this book really as a book about trans fats. And then when I started looking into fat, which is what Americans obsess about most, good fat, bad fat, how much fat, non-fat, I realized there was just a much bigger story about how our nutrition authorities had gotten it all wrong, seemingly, about all fats. The question I often get asked is, how could this possibly happen? Like, where were the grown-ups in the room? How could this last for so long? And the answer to that is complicated. Politics played a part in it, but the main culprit in this story is policy being made on the back of weak science. The obesity epidemic in America really took off in the very same year that the USDA first published its dietary guidelines, which was 1980. That's when you see obesity rates start to really rise. That's just an association, it's not causation, but really what happened when the US government got involved is that we drastically changed what we ate. We dramatically reduced the amount of fat we eat, and we ramped up the carbohydrates. We eat 25% more carbohydrates than we did in 1970. So Americans really responded to those guidelines with seemingly disastrous consequences for our health. One of the things that astonished me in reading nutrition science is just how it ignores history. It all kind of telescopes back to their own nutrition science, which began in the mid-1950s. And it really doesn't look to any data before that. Americans used to eat in 1800 3 to 4 times more red meat than we do today. People who are involved in the meat and dairy industry, I think they really need to take their argument to Washington, because this year, 2015, is a year when the dietary guidelines are really going to play out. They're being debated now. They're supposed to be adopted in the fall. This is really an important time to get out there and say, not in defense of your industry, like your own self-interest, but in defense of American health. Right? It's important that these foods be part of a diet. Otherwise, people go hungry. It's not satiating. They aren't getting the nutrients that they need. The foods are really important for Americans to be healthy. And I would say especially children. My hope is that it shouldn't just be, my book or a few people's books. We really need a movement of people speaking out on behalf of good science. We need our nutrition policy to be based on good science. That's the essential point.
Molly Manufacturing's remote-controlled turret gate promotes ease of cattle flow, from circular fencing to the silencer hydraulic squeeze chute, for a true one-man livestock operating system. Turret gate is designed to hydraulically swing, reverse swing, and shuttle back through the turret to reposition behind waiting cattle for continual cattle movement. Molly's silencer hydraulic squeeze chute with NRS noise reduction system will remain quiet during operation for the life of the silencer and promotes a calm, low-stress environment for you and your livestock. Less effort, less people, added safety means more enjoyment and profit for you. See www.mollymfg.com for their full line of products.
At 44 Farms, we breed quality into everything we do. And that's why we're now offering the 44 Next Replacement Heifer Program. Breeders can rebuild their herds with the 44 Farms quality they deserve. Heifers are available in large uniform group for spring and fall calving season. 44 Farms Angus bulls are also still available by private treaty. Contact us today to learn more about 44 Farms.
Did you know every dollar invested in the beef checkoff returns $11.20? Did you know that without your checkoff, foreign demand for U.S. beef would have been 6.4% lower? Did you know, due to your checkoff, 15.7 billion more pounds of beef were sold in the U.S.? While you manage your operation, your checkoff investment results in higher prices, which means stronger returns for your bottom line. Get to know your checkoff at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Horn flies cost cattle producers nearly $1 billion a year. They interrupt grazing, cause loss of blood, and impact your bottom line. By incorporating Alticid IGR into your supplement program, you can prevent the emergence of adult horn flies. Alticid IGR will significantly reduce stress on your cattle. For pennies a day, you can control the most costly parasite and increase your profitability. Contact your feed supplier to incorporate Alticid IGR today.